Going on? McLovin, Tyler. Yes. Not Wednesday. So, no reveal today. I really think it's something you guys will like. This isn't clickbait. No clickbait here. Running a little late, so I'm trying to take care of some stuff. My apologies. Okay. So, a little bit. I don't know what I was trying to say. I had those two top step accounts. Did we have anything before that? The Apex account. The only Apex account I had was that funded that ended up failing on that news event. We YOLO'd it. You guys saw what happened there. I had a 50K top step combine that somehow they still let me trade. I refunded it because I didn't mean for it to renew, but I had that. I took a trade on it Friday, I think, or Thursday, and then I kind of just messed around with it on Friday, hit my daily loss limit on Friday in the afternoon. Was not trying to do anything. Like, honestly, I was just playing into bad habits. You guys know I don't do that on my AMP account, the only one that actually matters. I had that one, and then I had the top step funded, which I did damage to in the very beginning because that's what I always do whenever I start a new account. And that account was a few hundred from failing, so that's why I was trading micros. You guys knew that. I kept saying I'm just going to trade micros, and if we grind back the 4K that we're down, so be it. Like, if that happens over 5 months or 6 months or a year, who cares? However, I just hated having that, like, I don't know. It just felt like a nuisance to have to trade it, knowing that it's like barely going anywhere because it's going to take forever to grind that back. So yesterday afternoon, I wasn't even thinking. I just opened the charts, switched to minis on both accounts, just threw trades on and said, F it. Whatever happens, happens. I don't really care because I don't even want to be dealing with these. I need to focus on my AMP account. As you guys know, whenever you do something like that, does it ever work? Does it ever run to 100 points in profit? Like, no, it's never going to accidentally do that. Anytime that happens, it's not going to work. So it didn't work as expected. It's for the better. I felt like relief knowing that those accounts were gone, and I have no combines, no evaluations right now. I'm not working towards anything. I don't have any certain rules or profit targets or a billing date coming up. I only have my AMP account, which is my money that's in there. I can take money out when I want. I can put money in when I want. I can trade a mini. I can trade a micro. I can aim for 100 a day or 200 a day or minus 200 a day or minus 400 a day. I can do whatever the hell I want. So that's what we're going to do here, and that's what we're going to focus on. Yeah, I got getting a little pumped, but yeah, I feel a lot better knowing I only have this account. I don't need a prop account right now. Like, if I didn't have this account, sure, then I wouldn't have to put money in to trade and I can just trade a prop firm. But technically, I had more money in this account than I have on any of the drawdown limits on any of the sizes that I was trading with a prop firm. The difference is this account doesn't allow me to over leverage with like 30 minis. Like, a prop firm does when you technically only have 4,500 to draw down. So I trade more responsibly, and it's real money, so it makes sense to just focus on this and not have anything like looming over me. So I think you guys can understand that. Right now, I'm not dealing with any prop firms. It's not to say we may not give it a go in the future. The main reason being is that I've always talked about Apex. I mean, I have a affiliate link with them, but I feel like I don't feel like it's not like cringy to talk about that because I use them. I've given them lots of money, and I still think it's a decent deal, especially when they have like 90% off. So we may pick up some in the future and then do that as like a side thing, but I need to focus on this account. It's like I've said, it's the only one that matters. So no more bouncing around, and no more. The biggest thing is that those accounts allowed me to trade badly basically and then get rewarded for it, whereas you guys have seen I don't really do that on this account. Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I really think it's for the better, because once they were gone, like, you would think if you hit like a fail or you hit your max loss, like you're like bummed about it. As soon as it happened, I felt like relief. Like I don't have to deal with this anymore, and there was no need for me to deal with that. If I didn't have this AMP account, then sure, I would, I need to buckle down and focus on that, but there's just no need. All right, so with that said, let's see what we have going on here. Isn't this like right where we were yesterday? Yeah, exactly. I want to get this little button off of here. Yeah, I didn't lose them. I threw them away. That's what I'm going to say. I had two. I had that funded that we were about to, it was only a couple $100 of failing. That's why I was on micros. And then I had that free 50K account. Yesterday afternoon. I didn't even mention it in the Discord because I didn't feel like explaining myself. I'm not preaching again. If someone wants to watch, they can scroll back. Listen, Alito, I don't need that account. I trade so much better on this AMP account. Why am I going to trade in a different account that I don't trade that good on? I need to lean, instead of having accounts that I can lean into my bad habits, I need to just lean into my good habits on AMP. Guys, good morning. Alito, I was done after streaming. I said it earlier during my spiel, but I had those accounts and I just opened the charts for a second and just threw trades on, not caring, because I needed them to either go away or I needed something to happen, and I'm kind of glad that they're gone. But then when I was telling you yesterday, get off the charts, I was done. We were past that point of I was not trading anything else that day or yesterday. Umar, good morning. Yeah, we're not supposed to have those knives, but you probably missed my speech earlier, but you can scroll back and check that out later. I wasn't really doing it for the endorphin rush. I was doing it because I did not really want to deal with those accounts anymore. Man, I have no preference. We've got equal highs and we have equal lows. Probably gonna have to wait for. Well, we've got some swing lows. Got this swing high. Take it nice and easy there, Tyler. No rush. I think I'm gonna have to wait for one of these to get taken out. We have a strong reaction off of any of these lows, these swings, and I guess we could get in. I mean, according to these two moves, looking like it's wanting to move down, but Nasdaq usually has other plans. Got all this displacement. I believe we have some news, so might be chopping around here. Tuesday, yeah, 9:45 PMI and consumer confidence at 10. So everyone just sit back. Pretty stale. Only like a 30 30-point range. Let's see. I don't have any, like when you live stream, YouTube has this little thing where it has the chat, and I try to monitor the stream health. So far it hasn't. Sometimes it's shown like some yellow warnings, so that may be on your end, but my upload speed isn't always the greatest either. Fortunately, I don't think there's much I can do about that anyways, except changing the bit rate. I need to do some back testing, but I've noticed a lot of times that if we have some fair value gaps that we're respecting before market open, a lot of times we are going in that direction. And I mean, you wouldn't have to hold on to this thing the whole time. But we came right up into this gap, and obviously this is hindsight, but shorting that gap is a very small risk. 14 points. Obviously, I mean, every strategy, every setup is not 100%. It all comes down to risk management. Knives, you only seems like you're always done like right when we're getting started. Still got this gap down here. Also have FOMC tomorrow. Gotcha, Knives. I like that. I like that a lot. That's why I've been trying to get off by 11. And then, you know, when we're profitable, which I feel like I basically am, it's just I have these hiccups every once in a while that take a little bit too much than they should. But I believe this new risk management per trade is going to help cut that out. So we just need like a month to prove to ourselves, look, now you're doing it. That was the last like thing to figure out. But being done, just trading from 9:30 to 11 and then being done and having the whole rest of the day. Yep, tomorrow's FOMC. I'm not sure what I want to do. Last time I got a pretty good trade around 2:30. So I don't know if I want to skip the morning and then we'll stream in the afternoon and see if we take anything. I mean, most of the time, the move that happens at 2 ends up getting retraced 30, 40 minutes later, and there's typically a setup in there the last 2 or 3 times that's happened. I think maybe we'll it's up one stop. I think tomorrow we'll trade the afternoon. Maybe that means you guys gotta wait till then to hear what I have to say. That's a damn shame. Look at how that played out. I didn't do that on purpose. Oh, damn. 12 ICT said 12 hours from now, my last YouTube upload. Damn, Delta. Yeah, I like seeing things like that on, see it on a 5-minute, see it on a higher time frame, and then just look for an entry on a lower time frame around that area. Let's see what you're talking about. This guy right here. It's all right. Usually if it goes down, it's going to come back up. Were you looking at this fair value gap? So, I mean, if you're looking at that one, there's 2. So you kind of got to treat that as one big one. So if we drop down to like a 1 minute, now we can see in this zone, we also have a 1 minute entry right here. So anywhere in there would have been a decent, if you were looking for shorts, which I mean, I wasn't looking for anything. I mean, step 1 is pointing them out. Step 2 is getting frustrated at seeing the market play out when you point it out. And then step 3 is just acting on them when you see them and just accepting the results. So you'll get there. I still do the same thing. Or I'll get out way too early like yesterday. I don't know what the Tommy Boy references are. I need to rewatch it. If you're gonna reference it, I guess if I'm gonna reference it, I need to watch it. Yeah, that's a good point. You got me there, Knives. I have been doing way better. Alito. It's only the first 14 minutes, and we got news here at 9:45, and then we got news at 10. Yeah, I need to watch the elevator scene that you're talking about. What is that on anything that I can watch? Sometimes there's old movies on YouTube for free. Hulu Max, Apple TV. Is it because I'm saying steps? Step 1, step 2? We're not taking out liquidity, but we're in all this displacement, trading back and forth. I think I would be fine taking a long if a setup presented itself. There's a potential to have a little run up and then come back and sweep any liquidity that's beneath this floor. Yeah, I need to watch that. I need to rewatch that movie. I think the last time I watched it, I was like a kid or a teenager. Or I guess a teenager as a kid. You guys are gonna have a field day the more you watch me, because I say some dumb thing. Yeah, I need to put that on my list to rewatch. What are we doing? Market's just trying to tease everyone and get people to jump in for no reason. It's not going to trick us, though. We will be waiting. Yes, the wait. I feel like there's a good chance we could run up off of this consolidation without taking liquidity, but it doesn't matter what I think. We're just gonna wait for displacement and then see if it makes sense to get in. Yeah, I think I am favoring longs. I want to see this get traded down into as well. I'm not thinking of any particular spot, but we haven't really been trading down into this gap yesterday morning, but not by a lot. And on the hourlies, the bodies are not like the 1 and the 4 hour. All these bodies are staying up above. Maybe I'll just keep doing that. Come back up, grab liquidity up here, and then rip on through on FOMC tomorrow. I think that's kind of what you're saying. The 9:45 news did absolutely nothing. 10 is probably going to be I agree, Tyler. I agree. I think that's what I'd be looking for. Go. I'm already thinking about longs, but I'd feel a lot better if we take out these lows first. I guess we don't have to, but it makes sense. I'm going to move this up a little bit, split the difference between these lows and that low. What does the M stand for, Lido? Milk. Keep going. It's weird how some days sitting here for 30 minutes like really gets to me, and other days I just don't care. Oh, I know, Graham. I just like giving Alito a hard time. I was telling me and him were talking about it yesterday when a W pattern was playing out, and I there was a time where I was only taking W patterns. But like I just said a few minutes ago, any pattern strategy can work out, but you just need to be ready for the times it doesn't work out. You know, sometimes we have fair value gaps that do not take out a swing, and so they work out. I'm not willing to take it. But yesterday's trade, I noticed afterwards, it was on the 30-second chart. I don't think we took out a swing low. And I felt pretty confident in it. I like displacing down and displacing up, but there's no swing in there. For me, I think I would want for a backs pattern. I guess I don't like these candles right here. I mean, there's a possibility of this works out, but I would personally just rather wait for a on a day when there's where there's news. I want a very clear setup. This is a little messy for my liking. If I was going to 1-to-1s, I would already be out though, and scaling, I would have gotten my money. So it didn't really matter if I was looking for a freaking 40-point trade or 100-point trade. If I stuck to my 1-to-1, we would have taken this and bought with 9 micros. So risking 247 and taking 247. And then I'd be done. Just like that. It's the power of scaling. I didn't want to do it though. Nice, Tyler. I mean that's why I pointed that out. I kind of feel like it may work. I just want something a little more clear when we have news. We go down and hit these equal lows and then rip back up. One stop. Oh, you know they like wide stops, Tyler. Just wait. Sometimes I've noticed it happens like at 10:01 or 10:02. Didn't that I was in a trade once, like last week, and didn't that happen? Nothing really happened at 10, and then like, I don't know. Look at McLovin's little egg, his little rat egg. Him and John. Can't wait till it hatches. It's just odd leaving that low and this low. Those were pretty equal. I really want to see those taken out, but I guess we don't have to. A 30-minute. A 30-minute, we have a volume imbalance right there. Oh, we're trading up and down in that. Well, clearly, it's just nothing here yet for me. Back to the 30. Oh, that little M. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trading that, so I don't really care about an M. I don't care, Alito. It may work out, but it's because it was reacting off of a fair value gap. All right, so what I'm seeing on 1 and 2 minute, lots of wicks. I don't like that. I don't do well on those days, so we need to be very careful. Wait for a nice clear setup. No trades yet, Jason. Just been waiting. Haven't really seen anything. We've just been chopping around for 30 minutes. If we started making our way back up, I would be reluctant to hold it because of this displacement. Especially if we don't take out these equal lows. If we leave those there, could come up to like 50% or to this order block. Take them out and then maybe move up. It's a possibility. Hey, look, a W. A W was for Alito. Oh. Might have something here. It's kind of crazy that I had that news at 10 and nothing happened. I don't think that was the move. I think we come back before we keep going. I mean, maybe we have displacement, breaking swings. I mean, maybe we take this. It's awesome, Tyler. Jesus. Damn, when we came back into this little teeny tiny fair value gap, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I think that was his other account, Alito. You know, when this candle formed, this red one, I was like, this sure looks like it might be one of those moves where we don't come back into the fair value gap. Curious to see what we do on that order block right there. Okay. I sat out of it too, Grim. I think when I see... I mean, I don't really need to change anything with my strategy, but if there's such a small risk, or no, I can't do that. Like, this was only a 12-point risk, but I'm changing my size, so that still would have been a $250 loss. I don't have to do that every time, but how the hell are you showering in the first hour of the market session? I can't think about anything when it gets close to 9:30. Weren't you trading? I don't know. Okay, yeah. As I said that, I was like, I feel like he's told me that he starts a little bit later. Yeah, that's a good point, Tyler. I don't have to do 250 every trade. I could do a max, or, you know, I'm going to change that number over time. But I could do a max of 250, and maybe if I don't like a setup too much, I could risk $100 on it. At the same time, sitting out is never a bad thing either. It's better than jumping in something that I don't care for too much, and then if it doesn't work out, I will be mad at myself thinking, you didn't like that, why did you even take it? That's what I'm thinking, guys. Like, I have to be careful, because if I allow myself to take a lower quality setup, in my opinion, like when that doesn't work out, I can't handle that. So I need to avoid that. Sometimes it will work out, sometimes it won't work out. The times it doesn't work out are the times that I'm going to be at a higher risk for tilting, and I can't let myself do that. So for me personally, it's better to just sit out and wait for something different. And if I'm trying to limit myself to one trade a day, and I waste my one trade a day on a lower quality setup with a lower risk, and then something better comes along later, like it's just a recipe for a disaster. Those are the things that everybody's different with that, and that's a huge part of trading, is everybody's got to figure out what works for you. Just because I'm doing something and that works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Tyler's doing something different that works for him. It doesn't mean it's going to work for me. You get the point. That's why I do a lot of the things I do, is to like keep guardrails up on myself when I'm trading. That's my biggest thing with oh, Graham, I know you're different. Oh my god, 90 trades a day. What are your commissions? That's damn. I think my max is like 78 on a tilting day. Somewhere around there. $90 so much. Yeah, I mean, usually my tilt days are around 20-ish, but my max was like 78 on a really bad day. I think somewhere around there. 78 is standing out to me. I kind of like this. We're at OTE of this move, and then having a high, low, higher, high, displaced down. Oh, Graham, is 90 like your average, or is that just like a... Can you please share some screenshots? I think that also could be Trade-of-8 miscounting for you, Grim, because I know you average down and stuff. So if you have technically one trade that you add like 8 contracts to, it might start counting those as 8 separate ones. You guys are making me miss this. I think I want to short that. I don't want to do that many though. All right, so we're only risking $130. But I mean, we had created a little short-term high right here and displaced down. And it's around the OTE. Yeah, somebody posted on Reddit and they had their whole screen was covered in like all the lines and everything. Hey Tyler, how many times did you do it to me like a couple weeks ago? I feel like every day you were fading all of my trades. We left all this displacement. We're at OTE of the original move and creating a little fair value gap there. Makes sense we at least get some pull back into here, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Grim, we need to see. All right, this might not work out for me. I mean, I know any trade may not work out. This was just one little fair value gap. We didn't have like clear displacement. Shouldn't have taken that. Grim, you need to share. We need to see your screenshots in the Discord channel ASAP. I want to see your performance and your. I want to see your chart. Yes, he's gonna do it. I know, right, Tyler? Because I get in too early. I see a fair value gap and I'm like, ooh, this is the move. When really that was just creating a short-term high that we're going to go tag out and then just post it in, just put it in general. I'm doing better with it, but this made we had a fair value gap that made sense happening right at OTE from the move this morning. Like that makes sense to get some downward movement from there. No, I don't get like that anymore. I did think about that mistrade last week where I was trying to get the stupid limit order and I was right clicking, and as I was doing this and making sure I could see the wick coming up and hitting my short where the entry was, and then it wicked down and it was too late, and then we took a loss that day. That I thought about that one for a few days. Maybe we'll get another chance at this if we can get some displacement. But now I'm still like these equal lows down here. Problem is, this is gonna go where is this gonna come back down into? And like, do we buy that? You need to calm down. You need to calm down. We're being serious right now. We're trying to make money. Trying not to lose money. You're over here making up these scenarios. Maybe you're Donkey Puncher. Graham, I don't see any screenshots anywhere. Oh, Ben. You know we don't do anything the same. Looks like Hank got Hank's over there too. Looks like he the clocks. We didn't change our clocks, guys. I don't know when ours is. Soon. Or did it happen already? We change ours on Sunday. Oh, damn it, Tyler. I should have frickin' taken that trade down here. Oh, we can change them whenever we want. Look at that. I might change mine right now. Go back like 5 hours. Uh-oh. right? I'm not that upset. I mean, it sucks that I pointed this out, but I just don't like. I didn't like that we came that close to equal lows and we didn't go through them. And then I didn't like that there's no swing high being broken on this fair value gap. So, I mean, just like we're going to take trades that some work and some don't, I'm going to point out some setups that work and some don't. This one just happened to work, but there's days where I point something out that doesn't work. I mean, it makes sense to come back. I know I keep saying that a lot, but for this could come back to like OTE. Could also just keep running. That's good, Delta. It's real good. I honestly feel fine too. I mean, it's just a wee bit frustrating that we pointed that out, but I also point when I was talking about it that I didn't like it. And that one's on me. I'll take full responsibility for that. This one had no reason not to work out. Made a high, came back, made a little bit higher high, displaced down. But again, if I kept my rules for myself, I probably shouldn't have taken that because that did not break any swings either. If we get displacement now, I'm just not liking any of this, because if we get it now, I would need my stop at the highs. I don't like that. Oh my god. Look who it is. The legend. Alright, we need to be on our best. We need to put our A game on. That's all I'm allowed to trade. Look, Donkey, you're getting welcomes from people. This is a safe place for you. That's what you wanted. That's what you needed. You're just someone who needs to be accepted for who you are. Tyler, where is your or you moved your stop to break even, so it's way down at your entry? Been agreed. Oh man, this price action sucks. Like, now that we're moving down, are we just gonna move down to 50% or OTE of the move up? I hate the way these candles look. Here's the thing. Some days the market is just not going to give you your clear setups that day. And those are the days that define us, because those are the days we typically blow stuff up. Tyler, a $60 loss is not break even. Thinking about taking a shot at this again. 46. If we get there, no, I didn't see any entries up there, Delta. I tried one on the 1 minute and didn't work. I got in too early. There's too many wicks. I tried this short on this fair value gap because we made it a little bit higher high, but we weren't ready to go down. Yeah, I didn't see anything I like up here. I was waiting for a short up there. Let's get into, put a stop loss down here. What did I just do? Am I short? Oops. It's not FOMO. It's not FOMO, donkey. Look at this. Come back to OTE. Aim for those highs. Me and Tyler are going to ride this up into the sunset. I'm in complete zen right now. We're riding this to the equal highs. Donkey Puncher, his real job is those like clowns at the fair or circus or wherever at the dunk tanks that are just roasting everybody. There's no regret on this trade, even if it gets hit, if I get stopped. This is a perfect setup right here. And I did it just for you. And you know what? I never turn on the money. I have the money on for the brackets. But, oh man. They don't even let you watch, do they? Come on, Tyler. Oh, Ben. When you share, if you share your trade screenshot, can you capture the time down here too? It does feel a lot better when someone else is in a position with you. Or different. I'm guessing my stop is around where yours is too. Look at that reaction off of OTE. Where's Donkey Puncher at? I know I'm talking a little too early because I'm still in the trade, but I want to make sure he's witnessing this. The 1 minute OTE order block. Man, if we get stopped out on this trade, Donkey's never gonna let me forget that. Hey, McLovin. All right, we got 3. Me, you, and Tyler are all riding this. I know we probably shouldn't talk too much about that. The SEC will come in here and shut us down. We're up pretty big already. 60 points. Are you holding this for the highs? Because wow, Alito. Hank, I was not expecting this, by the way. I was fully expecting to get stopped out. I'm debating on getting out right now. But let's just hold this. Let's move this up to... Let's move it to 50 points. right? I should move that to 50 points. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. There, stop. I think I need to take 60 points. That's plenty. I'm just taking it. I can't do it. That's plenty enough. Yeah, there you go, Tyler. I cut that for you. Look, I'm glad I got out. I can't deal with that. Knives, that's basically the plan. Targeting the high that's the plan. So I think I did what I was supposed to do. Holding for more was being greedy. But okay, so my original plan that we started last week or the week before is this. Fib 50%. Stop down here. Target the highs. That would have been my plan. I improved my plan by waiting for OTE down here, so I need to take that. Donkey, shut the hell up. I'm not getting back in. I don't think I think I did fine there. Aiming for this was being greedy. This was my plan. Like I said, I don't know why I'm repeating it, but this was my plan right here, and I took a better entry, and we got out a little bit below that, so that's fine. That's basically the plan. Tyler, I'm rooting for you. I just can't do it when I took that losing trade. If I didn't take that losing trade, I think I could have held on to this better. I don't think you're being greedy. Me personally, I'm being greedy by aiming further than what I said my plan was going to be. My plan is to play the swing low and swing highs and play that move. So aiming for further than that means I'm straying away from the plan, which it may work, which I hope it does work for you. But I got out where my exit is supposed to be. And I think we're actually green on the day by 93 whole dollars because I took that loss. But that's fine. Knives, okay, I don't know if this makes sense, but yeah, let's put it on a 2-minute. Wow, we should have been watching this. This looks much clearer. So you guys know that these are the moves I'm looking for, right? We make a swing high, we had a swing low, and then this move, this displacement that we created, that's the move I'm waiting for. And then my plan going into these last 2 weeks was to draw a fib. And now I have my stop and I have my take profit. And now my entry is going to be at the 50%. So that way it's always a 1-to-1. I am, instead of always taking the 50%, if I want, I can change and take like an OTE. And I can aim for that swing high. If I'm confident enough, I can aim for a little bit further. What I'm taking, I'm evolving my 1-to-1 plan. That 1-to-1 plan started with 1-to-1s to control how much I win and lose. And with that, I also was changing my contract size so that the dollar amount was the same and I could control that. I'm changing the 1-to-1 a little bit, and it's up to my discretion each day if I want to take the 1-to-1. If I see an OTE entry, I could take that, but I still need to mainly, I don't know. I'm evolving, basically. When can you kill fair value gaps? What do you mean? Thank you, Donkey Puncher. I will forever cherish that comment. Somebody said 100% green days. Yes, John. 100% so far. Date we're 2 of 2. We are also 2 of 2 for taking trades that we probably shouldn't really have, and we would be up way more than what we actually are. So I need to keep working on that. So I'm evolving. So what I'm taking from my 1-to-1 plan is that I'm going to change my risk on every trade, so it's always 250 or less for now, and then as we grow the accounts we can change that to 300 every trade. When do fair value gaps become invalid? I think that's up to you. It's typically when a body has completely covered in a fair value gap, but I kind of just watch the last few. ICT has drawn fair value gaps through like days, and then he still takes a trade off of them. So like this, we have this body right here on this fair value gap, and we have these 2 bodies that go up into it. So you could move the drawing so it's like that. And then you wait for a body to overlap it and then see if it's in it. And an inversion fair value gap is only an inversion fair value gap if it's being respected. Just because if we trade up and through this one, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an inversion fair value gap. But if we see the market come down and respect it, then we can be like, oh look, there's an inversion fair value gap. Now I can look for an entry. But yeah, so we have a body now going up and over this fair value gap. So if it closes up here, I think we can then see, okay, is this going to turn into an inversion fair value gap? But up until this point, we only had wicks going through it. A couple wicks. But it's also kind of just, it's not a black and white rule for some of this stuff. But what's going on here? I mean, it's kind of weird that 1 minute candle closed right there at the top of that. Yeah, I wish I could have held this with Tyler, but I needed to take that. I can't believe you're freaking in this still from this down here. That's insane. You held through this whole move down. I can assure you, if I took this, I would have gotten out up here. No way in hell I would have let that come. I wouldn't have been able to hold that back. But that's what I was saying earlier, is that we all have to just do what's best for us. Tyler's insane. It's not poor trading, Alito. Everyone trades differently. You do hold a 70-point trade if you're aiming for 200 points. Because, I mean, ICT talks about it. Like if you get in here and you're targeting up here, you ignore all this crap. You just ignore it. You have a stop and you have a take profit. One or the other is going to get hit. They're not vanishing. You have a trade. The best thing to do is have a take profit and you have a stop. And when you enter, you ignore all the bull crap that happens and you either let the stop get hit or you let the take profit get hit. Yeah, that was a nice trade, Tyler. I can't believe you freaking held that, though. Look at this. Tapping that guy right there. Nice delta. You take small wins on setups. Eventually you'll see over and over. Oh, look, these keep running. I could have made more, and eventually you'll get more comfortable to hold them. This trading thing takes forever to deal with stuff. I know you should have, but every trade, it's almost impossible to have a trade where you exit perfectly. I exited this and I gave up another, I don't know what, 20, 30 points. But just keep working on it. And I know you've been just struggling with confidence on taking the setup. So taking step 1 is taking the setups. Step 2, taking some money out of it is better than taking no money. Right, McLovin, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, everyone trades differently. There's nothing wrong with dealing with this pullback. I've watched some of ICT's trades. You get in like freaking 10, 20 minis, say right here, and it comes up and comes all the way back down. And then he doesn't close it. He's adding more. Or it comes back to his entry and he's adding more because he's confident that's going to run to his take profit. Even though I didn't hold, I held for a decent amount of points, obviously, but even though I didn't hold longer, I have no idea what I was about to just say. Yeah, I've seen ICT take losing trades. In Discord, you can have like different roles and stuff. I need to make a role called the Ballsmith and give that to Tyler. Yeah, Alito, you think, oh well, like if it doesn't hit my stop, the trade didn't play out. I don't think. It doesn't freaking matter, Alito. If you don't want to hold trades like that, then don't hold them. If Tyler wants to, Tyler can do it. It just depends. Every trade's different. Every trader's different. You're getting me all jacked up over nothing. I should have practiced taking. I had 2 micros on this trade. Take one off, move one to break even. But today and yesterday, the 2 things that messed me up are taking 2 trades first that I probably shouldn't have, which puts me in the red. So then my trade that I take, I want to get out when I'm in the green and knowing that I can go from a red to a green day. If that was my only trade, one that would have been, I probably would have scaled up to the full amount with like 5 contracts that I should have been in on that one, because risking 250. Yeah, 4 or 5-ish. But I scaled down because I already took a loss, so that's my fault. We could have had a lot more money made on this trade. Like, I think we got about 60 points, so 60 times 2 times, we'll say 4. Yeah, I could have had another $400 or $500 trade. I think moving it to break even on this one would have made sense. Because, I mean, on like the 5-minute, we came down, closed in all that fair value gap, or displacement perfectly. And it was OTE, and getting that respect on the bodies was perfect. But, all right, guys, it's 11. I have to get off of here. We did good. Ben and Prada, it's just one day. So don't beat yourself up over that trade. I'm interested in seeing your guys' trade if you're still here. If you post it, Grim, we still have not seen yours or your performance and stuff. I want to do the same thing, Tyler. I want to do like what ICT does. And that's what I kind of did yesterday. I entered like 4 contracts at my entry, and then I added those 2. So ideally we could have added, 4 or 5 here, rode that up, and then on this pullback added a couple more. Oh, okay, Grim, you were planning on later. Well, if you're trading the rest of the day, good luck. Follow the rules you have for yourself. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna stream and trade in the morning or stream and trade in during, or not during FOMC, but after FOMC. So I'll just let you guys know in Discord, and obviously you'll see the little YouTube video with the time that I decide whenever I set that up later. I'm pretty sure, though, the last 2 times I traded FOMC in the morning, I was red, and then I traded in the afternoon. I was like, I should have just waited for this because it was much better. Had like clear displacement moves like this happen. So I think that's what I'm leaning towards, but I don't know. I'll make that decision later. So thank you guys again, and we will talk to y'all later.